Avicenna.
Imagine a man who lived more than 1,000 years ago, yet whose medical and philosophical works influenced scholars for centuries. His name was Abu Ali Ibn Sina, better known in the West as Avicenna. He was a physician, philosopher, scientist, and one of the greatest intellectuals of the Islamic Golden Age. Avicenna was born around 980 CE in Avicenna, near Bukhara in Central Asia. From an early age, he showed an extraordinary ability to learn. He studied the Quran, literature, mathematics, logic, philosophy, and natural sciences. But medicine became one of his greatest passions. According to accounts of his life, Avicenna became an accomplished physician while he was still very young. His reputation eventually reached the rulers of the region, and his medical knowledge opened doors to royal courts and important libraries. Avicenna believed that medicine should be based on careful observation, reasoning, and knowledge of the human body. His most famous medical work was the Canon of Medicine. The book organized medical knowledge of its time, discussing diseases, symptoms, treatments, medicines, and methods of maintaining health. The Canon became one of the most influential medical books in history. After being translated into Latin, it was studied in European universities for centuries. Avicenna was not only a physician. He wrote about philosophy, logic, astronomy, mathematics, physics, psychology, and other branches of knowledge. One of his most important works was a book of healing, a massive philosophical and scientific encyclopedia. His writings attempted to understand the world through reason and systematic thinking. For Avicenna, knowledge was connected. Understanding nature, the human body, and the mind were all parts of the search for truth. Avicenna lived during a period of political instability. He served different rulers and worked as a physician, advisor, and scholar. Because of political conflicts, he sometimes had to leave one city and travel to another. Despite these difficulties, he continued writing and studying. His life was not easy, but his dedication to knowledge never disappeared. During the later part of his life, Avicenna spent time in Isfahan, where he continued his scientific and philosophical work. He died in 1037 CE in Hamadan. He left behind an enormous intellectual legacy. His works continue to be copied, translated, and studied long after his death. Avicenna became one of the most important thinkers of the medieval world. His medical writings influenced both the Islamic world and Europe. His philosophical ideas also had a major impact on later scholars. What makes his story remarkable is not simply the number of books he wrote. It is the extraordinary range of subjects he studied: medicine, philosophy, science, logic, astronomy, and the human mind. Avicenna wanted to understand them all. More than 1,000 years later, his name remains a symbol of knowledge, curiosity, and intellectual achievement. Avicenna's life teaches us an important lesson. The desire to learn can allow one person to influence the world for centuries. This was the story of Abu Ali ibn Sina, Avicenna, the great physician, philosopher, and scientist of the Islamic Golden Age.